Today I did this sorting activity with my first grade students, and the goal of it is to be able to go back and forth between these new graphemes, new to them, AR and OR, which spell usually R and OR. So I started out with the pocket chart empty, and usually this is just a sorting activity where they figure out which grapheme to fill in, but Kinderkish has inspired me with all of her really awesome headband activities. Now I don't have a headband, but it worked just to hold it up. So what we did was all the students were at their seats, and every student had just a small board because they're only going to write the grapheme, not the whole word. And I would call one student at a time and I'd hand them the word, and they can't see the word, and they would just hold it like this. And the students then would decide based on the letters, they would decide, does AR fit or does OR fit? And it was great because I saw their little mouths kind of sounding out ARP or ORP. And so once they decided, oh, harp, and then it's AR, they would write AR on their mini boards. So then when everybody had it on their boards, then the student who was holding the card could then look at the card. They would look at the kids' boards, and they would read what the kids have. What do they have on their little boards? They have R on their boards. Are they correct? So then they would look and decide if they were correct, and they were the one who would put it in the pocket chart. And they just took turns being the one who gets to hold that. So I loved that extra, for one, it made it a game that was fun for them, but also it was kind of that extra step of like, oh, the student gets to like be the one who makes sure it's correct, and that they get to read what other kids are writing on their little boards. So this was a great way to do this activity and kind of make sure that we can solidify the AR and the OR graphemes before introducing the next ones, UR, IR, and ER. So I hope that this is helpful. Oh, I forgot to say the most important thing. If you don't have these picture cards, you don't need them. You could just write, and it would actually be maybe even better, just the words. You could just write H blank blank P and have it be a word sort. So the student would hold up just the H blank blank P, and they would have to decide which one made a real word. Of course, then you would have to make sure you didn't choose words like board and barn where it could be either one. You would just make sure that you chose words that can only be one or the other. So that's actually even more challenging. So you could also do that.